The Mark 18 is an iconic weapon used amongst U.S. Special Operations Forces. It is in particular used by USASOC, MARSOC, and AVSOC, and is their preferred 5.56 platform rifle when conducting operations downrange. The Bolt B4 Mark 18 with its Bolt Recoil Shock System definitely presents its iconism. It leaves a significant and satisfying push into your shoulder every time you pull that trigger. It comes with the full stamped receiver, CNC Dane Defense Res 2. Only thing polymer on the gun is its LNT style stock and its A2 style grip. It has a steel buffer tube which houses the weight system that the BRSS uses. However, the case at 390-ish FPS with about 11 rounds per second on the 7.4 LiPo and a 200-ish foot range, it is definitely worth the $103 price tag.
Full auto for you. Whew, that recoil is so fucking satisfying. Alright, so what you see before you is the Bolt B4A1 in the Mark 18 configuration, also known as the Bolt B4 Mark 18. What it, as stated in the introduction, it does come with a stamped aluminum receiver, CNC aluminum Dane Defense Res 2 rail. The only downfall about this Res 2 rail is that it is an exact copy of the Mad Bull Dane Defense 2 rail, just without any form of trades or the likes. So you do get the quality of Mad Bull with this, but you do not get the, let's say, quantity of Mad Bull where you get the licensing and so on and so forth. Of course, the stent receiver, of course, the Bolt logo, B4A1 carbine, 5.56 5mm EU, and of course serial number, so on and so forth, is actually laser engraved into the receiver. Only thing polymer on it is the LNT style stock mod stock, the A2 style grip, and it does not come with the Mad Bull CAC sights. It comes with Bolt style CAC sights. In order to access the hop up, of course, like any other AG, you basically pull the charging handle, you access the hop up there in a nice rotary wheelish style, and it clearly tells you up from down, so on and so forth. Only thing I don't like about this is that it doesn't have the bolt stop or bolt lock function. So you release the charging handle and that's what happens. So if you want to adjust the hop up, you literally have to hold it and adjust the hop up according to if you're using 2.5s, 2.0s, 2.8s, so on and so forth. I run 2.5s and 2.8s in this gun. With about 2.5s, it gets about 350-ish FPS and you get about a good 200-ish range with 2.5s. With 2.8s, it gets about a good 330-ish, 320-ish FPS, and you get about a good about 150-ish foot range with 0.28. So this is really great, really decent out the box, and you already know that with 390-ish FPS going forth with 2.20s, you're going to get about a good 220-ish, 230 footish range, maybe even touch 250 foot. What I do like, and of course the best part about the Bolt B4 Mark 18 is its recoil shock system. So let me demonstrate that. So its recoil shock system adds that bit of realism, gives you feedback every time you pull the trigger, and just allows you to overall immerse yourself into the game if you're into that type of mil sim. And of course, the buffer tube is where the actual weight is located, with the spring, so on and so forth, connected to the piston. You know the whole deal when it comes down to recoil shotguns. If you don't, there's a lot of good YouTube videos out there that kind of break down the science behind recoil shotguns and so on and so forth. Now, I shot this beside a KWA ERG. The KW ERG sounds better. The trigger response is a little more crisp, but when it comes down to the recoil system, I would say that they're pretty much similar, depending on, you know, battery type, battery size that you use. I run a 7.4 LiPo in this, and it gives me a decent, about 11 rounds per second, and it gives me a decent recoil that I can actually still feel when I'm in the heat of a firefight. Because to be honest, that's like the best part of the Bolt system, the Bolt BRSS system, is that when you're in the firefight and you're engaging targets, you know, it's like, and you're under that stressful condition, then that's when you actually feel the recoil shock at work, and you know, you actually get more immersed into the game that you're playing at that point in time. It does have a 340, 350, 360 between their price tag, depending on where you shop. So this may not be for everybody, you know, and a lot of people might distrust the recoil shock systems and electric blowbacks and things like that. So they might steer away from that because of the intricacies as well as the complications within the gearbox and the recoil shock system and all that jazz. So I would say the next best thing to this would be, if you're not looking for the electric blowback version or the recoil shock version, the next best thing for a good Mark 18 platform would be the VFC Mark 18. And I would say that when it comes down to like literally quality of construction, when it comes down to aesthetic appeal, it holds up to the VFC personally, in my opinion. You know, you may think differently. If you do, drop those in the comments below. And also, you know, you can outfit the Mark 18 how you wish to outfit it. You know, right now I'm currently having a direct action roll, you know, with the EOTech EXPS3, PEC 16, Tango down, vertical foregrip, so on and so forth. Eventually going to be putting the Trinity Force short dot on here with the RMR on top of it, turn it into a recce rifle and turn it into more of a reconnaissance roll. But other than that, it does not come with the steel flash hider out of the box. This has to be purchased yourself. It doesn't even come with it, like other Bolt guns will come with the black steel flash hider. Not this one. This one just comes with the orange tip, and you have to literally buy the NT4 or compensator or whatever you like to run and attach that on there, and you're good to go. From there, you're good to go. Getting the orange flash hider off is a breeze. I mean, it's just like any other gun. You take out the set screw, then there's glue holding it down in place. You know, loosen it up off that glue. And once you loosen off the glue, you can actually just pull it off. It's not screwed in there or threaded in, anything like that. You just pull it off. And then of course, threading this into you also get the spacer, so that when you do put on the NT4 style flash hider, you know, you get that, you know, mil-spec-ish type spacer, you know, that is normally on a Mark 18 platform. It comes with the NT4 flash hiders when you buy them. That is the real steel ones. But other than that, I mean, my overall viewpoint on the Bolt Mark 18 is, the reason why I bought it personally was for the purpose of real sim and just to have a more deeper immersion. And I've just been a big fan of the recoil shock systems and how they operate on the field. And I've been watching a lot of guys like Matt the Musketeer running recoil shotguns, and I watched Greg Wan, and you know, test out the KWA ERGs, and I watched a lot of other guys out there, you know, running recoil shock weapons, and I was personally looking for a Mark 18. I was looking for a Block 2. I wasn't looking for the SR16. I was looking for a Scar. I was looking for a 416. I was looking for a Mark 18 and that particular platform. And this has been catching my eye for a while now. I mean, like months. And so therefore, I decided to go ahead and drop the moolah, the cash, to go ahead and put this into, of course, my armory. Barrel itself, I don't know if you can see that the inner barrel itself extends all the way to the base of the flash hider, and the inner barrel is a 6.01 millimeter precision bore barrel, so you can have those tight, accurate shots when needed. So you're paying a lot. You're paying for the quality of this gun as well. You know, you're not only paying for the name of Bolt, you're not paying just for the BRSS, the Bolt Recoil Shock System. You're paying for, you know, the full quality of this weapon itself, you know, and both internally it's solid steel gears, CNC piston head and piston, and so on and so forth, and everything on the inside is solid. It's going to run you and last you years if you take care of it well and wisely. And it's built to shoot at a distance, and it's built to shoot accurately at closer to mid ranges. And longer ranges, you might have to put more BBs down range for longer ranges. But other than that, I mean, I'm overall satisfied, overall impressed with the Bolt B4A1 Mark 18 system, and it's definitely been something that has been fun for me to run on the field, and I'm actually glad I got to stand here and give you guys this review.